Hi everyone, it's the English Simmer here and welcome back to my channel and another episode of Molly gets her hopes up whilst wishing for things that would be added to The Sims 4. Before hopping into this video, I do really quickly want to give a shout out to my channel sponsor Elgato. They actually just gifted me with the cam link. I'm really excited to get this set up. So I'm currently shooting this on like my Canon G7X. I'm soon gonna be shooting these types of videos using my cam link and my DSLR camera. So quality is about to go through the roof. If you guys would like to check out any of Elgato's product, including the cam link, there is a link in my description down below. And also, really thank you to you guys for being so supportive of me working with Elgato because I love them as a brand and I truly use their products on like a daily basis. So back to the video in question. I'm sure you guys have seen this news floating around on YouTube, floating around on Twitter, and it's the fact that Target managed to leak what we think is going to be the next expansion pack, EP8, for The Sims 4, which was listed in their like catalog index as Discover University. So yes, this has not been confirmed. There has been no trailer. The Sims team haven't said that it is coming, that it isn't coming, but someone who works at Target, aka Target, managed to find a listing of it in their catalog. And honestly, I'm just hoping that this is more a Target inspired expansion pack and not an Asda smart price. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some things that I would like to see. I have recently been playing a lot of Sims 2 University, and Sims 2 University had some incredible features. Sims 3 was also fun. Honestly, I've kind of been preferring Sims 2. However, Sims 2 felt very hard. And I know for years I've been saying Sims 4 is too easy, Sims 4 needs more challenges, and you're all gonna comment that. But the thing is, Sims 2, like, if you literally want to get anywhere in your kind of... A pigeon just flew past my window. I have horny pigeons up on my gutter, so that's fun. You know, just started to rent a house and I already have squatters. But yeah, basically in The Sims 2, if you wanted to succeed in your degree at all, you basically couldn't have a social life. So I want somewhere in between The Sims 2 difficulty and The Sims 3. I felt like Sims 3 was far too easy. I felt like Sims 2 was far too hard, so I'm kind of hoping for some middle ground in The Sims 4. I don't want something that just looks pretty. Like, I want something that's actually gonna challenge me.
EA Games.
Challenge everything. So the first big point that I kind of am hoping for is that university might be for all ages. This is something we haven't ever really seen in The Sims. University has always kind of been for young adults or like teens transitioning into young adults, and whilst I think that's great and it's great for storytelling and it's great for realism, you know what's also realistic? Mature students. Did you hear that, EA? Mature. I know The Sims 4 hasn't been so mature, even though they rhyme. I feel like we've had a lot of stuff for young adults. Every single pack, I feel like, is aimed at young adults. So although university is literally the pinnacle of being aimed at young adults, I'm kind of hoping that like our little elders might want to go back to university after they've quit their job and be like, hey, I want to learn a new skill. I want to learn more about the world I'm living in. I'm going to go to university. I don't want it restricted to young adults. Another kind of criticism I have seen about The Sims 4 recently, I think this was actually Kia. I think I was scrolling on my Twitter feed the other day and Kia was like, you know that The Sims 4 is only about to have one university. I really hope that's not the case. I don't want to just be restricted to one university because honestly, when you go to uni, you have choices to make. In the UK alone, we have thousands, maybe not thousands, but hundreds of universities to choose from. And they all kind of specialize in different areas. Another big part of university for me personally, and something that I always tell people, I actually get asked the question quite a lot. I'm going into uni, like, what are your main kind of suggestions or like helpful tips that I should like be on the lookout for? What should I do to make my like transition into university easier? Because I started my channel whilst I was in university. I did it for a year and a half whilst I was in uni. And one of the biggest things that helped me all throughout my university career was the fact that I was meeting a ton of other people that had the same interests as I did. I would love to have like clubs, and I don't really know how they would go about this because obviously a lot of that is dependent upon whether people have get together. So I don't think I want it to be like, oh, if you have get together, you can make all these cool clubs. I do think that's important. I think people who have bought that club system should obviously have like upgraded things and updated interactions to kind of cross over with uni. But I would love to see like socials. I absolutely adored going out on socials in university. Yes, it was a form of getting drunk and partying with some of your best friends, but I think just having that common interest and like finally feeling at home with friends that you can technically choose at the age of 18 is a really important role for anyone's university career. So I really hope that there's like some form of a club system, and then that in the future could lead to more hobbies being introduced. I actually have a video planned. I'll probably upload it within like the next week, talking about hobbies and what I would like to see from a hobbies pack, because I always feel like The Sims 4 is missing so much just oomph, like it's missing some body. It just needs a big injection of something, and I think hobbies could definitely add a lot of characteristics to the game. So my thinking behind this, and I'm going to explain this a little bit, so we're going to get inside the mind of the English Simmer, and we're going to kind of discuss where I was coming from when I like wrote my ideas out about this as soon as I saw that university could be coming. Look at me, I'm like running away with this idea. We don't even know if it's confirmed or not, and I'm like, here's a checklist of what I want. My thinking behind this was we have the talent showcase in Get Famous, and I think they could kind of take that system and let's use like a poetry night as the example. So you could go to like this cafe on campus and you could like show off your talent in poetry, and you could like recite poetry. Poetry is such a big thing in university. University students have a lot of feelings and emotions that we want to get out into the world, and then we feel like no one's listening to us because politicians are all screwed and the world's just a crazy place, so I'm gonna write my words down and someone will listen to me if I go to a poetry night. I'm saying all of this. I never went to a poetry night. But it would be cool if our Sims could go to a poetry night with their poetry club and then show off their talents and their new skills that they may have learned in a creative writing class. Boom! I feel like that deserves a mic drop, but my mic is currently connected to my desk, so I can't drop it. And I also don't want to burst your eardrums. I feel like there's a lot of drinking already involved in The Sims 4. Sims technically can't get juiced, so please introduce like a juice system and like emotional juiced and like dancing on the counters, because things can get wild in university. So I feel like there's a lot of like drinking culture already in the game, even though it's definitely not as fleshed out as it should be. Like these things should have been added in Get Together. But kind of moving away from like that socialization aspect and then focusing more on like the club sides and like not having to drink, because it's not the be-all and end-all of university. I do want to see the return of frats and sororities. These were a thing in The Sims 2. I also think they were a thing in The Sims 3, but like they didn't really feel like a thing in The Sims 3. Sims 2 was so hard. You had to go through like this initiation process. You had to like impress either the girls or the guys who were in a sorority or a fraternity. And I tried to do it the other day. I gave up. I was like, this is too much. I don't care about this enough. Like, clearly. So like, screw your initiation. I'm out. It was so difficult to do. However, I would love to see that make a comeback in The Sims 4. And taking it away from like the drinking aspect, I think it would be really cute if we could like volunteer as a group with our sorority or do like charity drives to like raise money for the university or to raise money for like other students like funds. How adorable would that be? Because that kind of creates like a really caring student body vibe, and I think that's really important on a college campus as well. So I'm starting to speak like an American. We don't even have fraternities and sororities in the UK, but I think it's so like deeply implemented in like college life that I'm saying college life. It's not going to be called college life. Why am I saying this? That's just something I personally would really love to see. And it also adds a little bit of difficulty, which is what I have been craving so much in The Sims 4. Because right now, nothing feels like a challenge. I would love to see an arcade locked type. Yes, you can currently make arcades in The Sims 4. It is possible. I think we got an arcade game with Get Together, and obviously we also have bowling night stuff. So people have made arcades. You can type arcade into the gallery and you will find a bunch, but it's technically not a lock type. And also there's only like 1 or 2 like arcade games. Otherwise, you just have to add in like Don't Wake the Llama, and they're more of like traditional like pub games. So I would love to see more arcade machines added, like little grabbers. If your Sims go on like dates, they can win a plushie for their date and like give it to them. These are all massive parts of university life. Although my exes never won me a plushie. I've never been won a plushie. Oh my god. I have terrible exes. I also think, and I don't know if they would do this because The Sims 4 just doesn't seem to have any risqueness to it. It's not really a cheeky game. There's not a lot of like adult themes in the game. So I don't know if the Sims team would do this, but I do feel as if this is a perfect opportunity to maybe introduce gambling. I mean, look at Lucky Palms, was it called? In The Sims 3. There was a Sims 3 world that you could buy on the store, and it was literally like just Vegas. Like that's kind of what they based it upon. It was a desert world and there was a crap ton of arcades and casinos. Like you could bet and you could gamble in The Sims 3. I would like to see that make a comeback in The Sims 4, and also have your Sims be able to like win money to help with their like college tuition. Yes, please. And also on the branch of earning money, I think it would be really, really cute if there was a new activity which was like a trivia night or a pub quiz. Pub quizzes are huge in the UK, especially with like young adults. I feel as if we all just love a good pub quiz. And it's something that I did in university almost every week. I absolutely adored it. Gives you a chance to earn some money if your team wins, and it could actually be super interactive. You could get like a pop-up and it could be like about university, so it could ask you questions based upon people's like degrees, and then the game like adds up your total, and then if your team wins, you win some money. I'm sorry, I'm really proud of that idea. I think that's a great idea. And if it's not in university, I'm going to be disappointed. I think university is probably the expansion that's going to be able to introduce a chemistry system. I want a chemistry system so badly in The Sims 4. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of Sims 2 recently, and like the fact that your sim can walk past another sim and be like, ooh la la, like, I don't know why I went French, but I think a chemistry system would add so much personality to The Sims 4. Right now, you have to tell the story. If you don't tell the story, The Sims 4 isn't going to tell it for you. And I would like a couple of wildcards, or your sim to like walk past Eliza Pancakes, or maybe their brand new professor and they feel woohoo attracted to them, and I just want it back. It's something that I desperately crave, and I know a lot of you guys would also love to see a chemistry system back. And also Simda. I know we have a Simda mod and they wouldn't be able to call it Simda, I don't think, in an official release, but basically a Tinder for The Sims, or online dating, or like mobile app dating if we're being millennial about it, like The Sims 4 very much is. Why do we not have it yet? University is the perfect time for people to start an online profile, maybe have like some catfishes. Yes. And then the last point is kind of just a few like miscellaneous create a sim things. So university is a really big time for experimentation. Trust me, she's got an A star in experimentation in university. But I think it's a really important time for young people or older people. Come on, Sims, just give me elders in university. I'm begging. It's a really important time for people to find themselves. And to find yourself, you have to try out new things, like growing body hair or getting facial piercings. I don't know how I feel about those two things being introduced in an expansion that you have to pay money for. One of my amazing friends let me know that they felt a little bit shaded that they had to purchase Get Famous to get facial scars, and I definitely understood that, and I understood where they were coming from. So I think it's the same with like facial piercings and body hair. Like, these are two things that everybody wants, and we don't have them in the game yet, which is crazy to me. Like, we don't have nose piercings, we don't have eyebrow piercings, lip piercings, any piercings other than your ears. We don't have them. Like, body modification is huge in university because, like I said, it's people trying to find like who they are and what they're comfortable with, and like the kind of message that they want to send to others. And I just feel like both of those things would be the perfect fit for a university expansion. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I know it was a lot. I've thought about this a lot. I've been wanting university for a while. The only thing is, like I've said repeatedly, is the fact that I feel like we have a lot. I just groped my own boob. We have a lot of already young adult gameplay, and that's been a theme pretty much since the beginning of The Sims 4. So yes, I would love to see future content non-focused on young adults, or at least give other life stages like something, like just a little bit of meat on their bones would be great. So yes, I'm excited if university is coming. Thank you once again, Tajay, for looking out for all us simmers. I'm excited for it. I am holding my hopes out for it. I guess we're not gonna know until it's released. And remember, take this video with a pinch of salt because it has not been confirmed. This was a leak. This was someone from the general public finding something on their work system. So we don't know if this is actually coming, but it would make sense because Get Famous was also released in November, and apparently it's meant to be dropping on the 15th of November. We'll just have to wait and see. I know I've seen so many people freaking out about it online, saying like, oh god, like university is coming, like can they not hold off on this for a while? Because people have felt like the last few packs have been style over substance. I am worried, I'm not gonna lie, but I am also excited and apprehensive. And that's exactly how you're meant to feel about university. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys would like to see if university is coming. You all have incredible, crazy ideas and you're all super creative, so I would love to hear what you guys have in mind. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, and like I said, probably sometime next week we're gonna have a video up discussing hobbies and what I would want a pack like that to look at, because I have been fighting for it for years now. And I also just saw a really cool concept piece that did the rounds last year, and I can't believe I missed it, so I'm going to be talking about it in depth in a video. But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you have just started university, I hope you are enjoying it. I hope you haven't been afflicted by the one and only freshers flu, and I hope that you are surviving. And I love you guys, and I will speak to you all in my next video. Bye guys!